How's it feel?
I feel like if I was a rat and I drank a can of that a day for 10 years, I might get cancer.
But luckily...
But as a human being, I don't have to worry about that.
And there would never be any correlation.
There wouldn't be any correlation because there's been multiple studies done. And if I ever were to get cancer, it wouldn't be from that.
It'd be from...
It'd be from karma. It'd be because I deserved it.
Damn it. I was trying to think of the funniest thing you could have done to get yourself cancer, but karma definitely beats any of it. I was like, God, cigarettes
just
not funny.
desserts.
Yeah, just...
Getting what I deserve, getting what's coming to me.
Oh, just desserts.
Yeah.
Like the Yu-Gi-Oh card. like justified desserts.
No,
and not that you were just having ice cream all the time.
Not like the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah, like the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
No, the Yu-Gi-Oh card is based off of a phrase that people say, getting someone's just desserts.
Yeah, the phrase they say in Yu-Gi-Oh when Yugi gets
Kaiba's giving him his just desserts. Watch out, Yugi! You don't want to get your just desserts just yet. You haven't even had your main course. And he throws him like it's illegal, but he throws him the card.
They're always cheating.
Ding! He's like, thank you.
Yugi,
the winged dragon of Ra, like a big one.
What is wrong with you? What's wrong with? What's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you?
The meantime.
Yugi's dark magician benefits from Joey's time wizard. He wouldn't.
Time wizard. Do you know how to get the dark sage out?
By sacrificing a dark magician, or is it a fusion card? Or...
By sacrificing a dark magician after you successfully call the time wizard coin toss.
Oh, could you call your opponent's time wizard coin toss?
No, you call your own time wizard coin toss.
Then that's fucking cheating.
Yeah, they also launched a Yu-Gi-Oh card with the turtle launcher.
Don't bring up ones I think are dope though.
At the Castle of Illusion?
Yeah. Yeah. Just when we couldn't isolate
Panic. And then it started falling. It crushed all the monsters that were underneath because they didn't know the rules yet.
Just when we couldn't isolate more of our audience.
I know.
We're like, I'm not really getting all these Family Guy and fantasy jokes they're doing.
No.
But I tell you what, if they started doing Duelist Kingdom, I think I could really connect to
Back
them
when
on a lot
monsters
of...
had like 1730 for attack.
And that's something that I could really get into.
I can really get
I could
that.
wrap my head around.
I got that, yeah.
I could really wrap my head around.
If these guys mention Hitatsumi Giant, I'm gonna be right there with them. There's something needs to bring me home. I'm thinking Hitatsumi Giant.
I really need like a Celtic Guardian with like 1750 attack to get my head wrapped around what these boys are on.
Right, right.
I need.
Yeah, if I can get a Jerry Beans man in the chat, I'd finally come back to it'd be cool if they just mentioned Judge Man.
just one big shield Gardner. And then I think I'd really get what this podcast was going for.
I'm just looking for a Beta the Magnet Warrior.
And I get that they mentioned Soggy the Dark Clown.
Soggy the Dark Clown?
Fuck, what's the Dark Clown?
Sangin the Dark Clown?
Is that, I don't know.
I think so.
Shit, I know that you can bring out 3.
Soggy?
I know that you can bring out 3.
Yeah.
So I was going to say
I use them in
know they mentioned it the once. but I would need at least 2 more. It's Beetlejuice rules.
Right.
And So we get 2 more of those.
I thought you were being topical because the movie's coming out.
Well, sure. I'm just saying that, there's only an hour left in the show. Be careful.
Be careful. Beetlejuice. There's 2.
Fuck! Oh, God! No, I'm going to live with the whole episode. I'm going to be this anxious. What if I want to talk about my top 10 favorite horror movies?
Would that be in there?
No!
Let me be safe, I guess.
Okay. What are yours? Actually, don't tell me.
That's not mine either.
Okay.
I was just talking to my dad today about Jeepers Creepers.
That movie was my gateway horror movie.
Really?
I was a kid. I was a child.
Full-grown guy.
I was a
6-year-old guy.
I was just a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
No, I was maybe 8th grade, like the end of middle school, where I was still the guy that why would you want to be scared?
Yeah, that's how I am now.
Okay.
That's how I am right now.
And then I just I really like Justin Long. I like any of Justin Long's movies.
Who doesn't?
And Jeepers Creepers was playing on Fuse or Palladia or something like that. You remember
Something like
those
that.
cable channels?
Sure.
And I just by myself got through the whole thing, and I was like, well, that was a horror movie. I was scared, and I had a really good time.
Yeah.
But like every horror movie I've liked or enjoyed since then is because I was like, okay, there's cool
If
stuff.
I can do Jeepers Creepers, I bet there's other cool stuff out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jeepers Creepers was probably my first favorite horror movie.
I would agree. I
Yeah.
would agree. Rob Zombie's Halloween's still fuck me up. Don't want to watch him.
Oh, I love the Rob Zombie Halloween movie.
Look, he did a great job. I don't want to fucking watch him.
Yeah, my God.
My problem.
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula.
It's just that I'm very scared to the point where my entertainment has ceased.
Really? In Halloween, the first Halloween movie? It's
It's
unsettling. It's certainly uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That could everything that happens in that movie could happen.
Other than like that, he's kind of low key immortal.
Which
Like the bullets would bring him down.
and that is but
leading up to that, like having there be a tortured little kid who gets picked on to the point where he becomes like a sociopath killer.
precisely.
Yeah, for
it's
sure,
like
that could
it's like the
That does happen.
what's the bad guy? Mike. It's Michael in Halloween, right?
Mike Myers, yeah.
Him being immortal.
Mike Myers.
Mike. And that's
Were you gonna do a Mike Myers impression, but it was just your normal New Yorker guy that you always do?
No, I was gonna do a different guy that would like Lil Mike Myers lives down the street. What's his name?
What?
Michael
Myers?
Okay.
Yeah,
just-
Michael Myers and Mike Myers are two different guys. Like, he comes around the corner, you're like, take off the mask. He's like, yeah, baby. He's coming. Do I make you Randy? Do I?
Randy.
You ever see the Austin Power movies, dude?
I've seen him in passing. I feel like look when I was
No!
No! It's okay.
Stop!
It's okay.
Stop!
It's all right, Jared. I didn't mean it.
Stop!
I've seen him. I like him.
In passing?
Look, I feel like my whole childhood, not my whole childhood. I feel like every sleepover I ever went to, there was 3 different screens playing Austin Powers, a scary movie, as in the Scary Movie franchise,
Yeah.
and a
And Joanna Man.
no, the actor that does Borat.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen. Those 3 things just hitting me at the same time, and I kind of saw them all. I kind of saw none of them. Like, I definitely.
Austin Powers is like one of the funniest movie trilogies I've ever seen in my entire life. Like on par with anything Will Ferrell's ever done. Yeah, no, that was like the scariest movie. That was okay. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Sure.
I was in 3rd grade. I was in the Cub Scouts. I was over at my best friend Michael's house, and my dad was over visiting, and we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the back. Me and Mike are playing Yu-Gi-Oh. My younger brother Jace is over. It's Mike and his brother Brian. We're all hanging out. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and R. Kelly's Ignition is playing.
No, I'm not trying to play cool, baby. I'm feeling you the way you do the things you want. I'm in my legs.
Don't do it. Don't do it with R. Kelly. R. Kelly's Ignition is playing in the background, and we didn't know yet.
So
So it was very cool that I knew all
it
the
was
words
cool
to
at
it.
the time.
And we look in the other room, and my dad is making out with Mike's mom. And I'm going, oh, no. And Jace is like young, so he's like, what's going on? And then Brian is like, oh, son of... Brian's older than everybody. He's like,
I see.
son of a bitch. And Mike goes, oh, I summon Dark Magician in attack mode. I'm like, Mike, it's not the time. Our parents are kissing, Mike.
I like Mike.
Yeah, Mike's good. He's my brother now.
You're right.
Yeah, that story.
So, spoilers.
The way the story ended is Mike is now my brother. But we had on that back porch we had like a little TV VHS player, and we had Ghosts of Mars. My dad rented Ghosts of Mars, and I put it in, and I scared myself shitless. I scared myself. It was so scary. It was like these ghosts that they were Martians. Duh. Yeah, no shit. All right, but they were these ghosts that were Martian.
I fucking hate myself so much. I'm such a piece of shit. I'm so sorry.
They
Why are
would
you gonna listen to this?
mutilate themselves. They would like cut their faces and like their and it didn't even look like it hurt them or anything. So huge gashes and shit all over their faces. And they spoke a Martian language, and that was the scariest thing. You would just see this dude, he would apparate, and he would go, and I was like, that's horrifying. And I used to nightmare about him.
Yeah.
And then Ice Cube was there. He's like, oh, hell no.
Nice.
that.
That's cool.
Was that a decent Ice Cube?
Sure.
Well, then I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
That, and you remember 13 Ghosts?
I haven't seen it, but I'm.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I'm aware.
13 Ghosts fucked me up, too. Yeah.
I was at.
This is our Halloween special episode.
It's coming up.
It's
August.
not coming up.
Jared was talking about this the other day. I was saying that I don't feel like Halloween's that close, and Jared like Halloween is so close.
It's not
He
close.
was like
It's
he was
not.
he was talking my ear off. He was like, "Thank goodness we're getting ready right now.
We're not.
Thank goodness we're
It's
planning
still
all these
summer.
parties.
It's
thank
summer
goodness
right now.
Thank goodness that Walmart and Target have all their decorations and costumes out.
I don't want the decorations and costumes out.
Thank goodness that you and I are combined DJing of a total of 4 Halloween parties.
Oh,
That's true. Be on the
damn.
lookout. That's true.
Jesus.
A combined total.
All right. Wait, like we're doing 2, so it'd be 4.
No.
Oh, wait, so you're doing a lot and I'm just doing 1?
Yep, yes, sir. but
Between me and Pat, me and him have done like 30 DJ gigs this year, right? Insane numbers we're putting up.
yeah.
Woo! And between me and Pat, we make thousands of dollars on our BMI checks.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Fuck. I wasn't even trying to do a thing
Yeah,
like
what's up,
that.
man?
Okay.
What's up, dude?
I mean, I was just talking, but
The gentle time.
between
The giving and caring time.
I'm gonna start a rival podcast where
Everyone gotta be nice to me.
Well, between the two of us, one of us, our parents are together. Oh wait, that one's not. Fuck.
I'm trying to think of another one
But
for me.
yeah, between the two of us, one of us has a nice car. Oh no. Fuck. Between the two of us, we're both straight. Or fuck. Between the two of us,
Think, brain, think. Brain blast. Between the two of us, we're both overweight. Brain blast.
It's interesting that he had to activate his thinking.
Come on, think.
Like a Super Saiyan.
Oh boy, I gotta think about this one. Come on, Jimmy, you genius. Think about it. Like he's trying to fly for the first time, like in that movie.
Yeah. Like in Sky High?
No. That movie that we both like.
Chronicle.
Chronicle. Like in Chronicle, how it was like a muscle they gotta.
Chronicle is like one of my favorite fucking movies
I know.
ever. I love
You're so
Chronicle.
lame.
I'm so lame.
So lame, dude.
I'm the lamest,
Pat,
dude.
exposed, got a Hello Kitty on his bed right now. Hello Kitty about this big on his bed, in his bed.
I was at a Hello Kitty rave last night.
Oh, so maybe that's dope.
I was at a Hello Kitty rave until 5 a.m.
Oh, that's why you're not funny.
That is why I am not funny. I am coming. I have not slept. I did so much Molly and cocaine. I am zooted right now.
I am on one currently.
I cannot believe you haven't noticed.
I can't see you right now.
can't see anything. You were like, do these cameras have enough headroom? I was like, what cameras? No, yeah, I won that Hello Kitty. I did 2 basketball shots at the OC fair. They were like 2
You
shots.
should have stuck with the other one.
No, well, both things are true.
I would have just not mentioned that second one.
Why? Because it's
I
like,
won that Hello Kitty.
I
I took 2 shots at the OC Fair. I won that Hello Kitty. Thank you, hey, Mister. I won that Hello Kitty. For your information,
yeah.
that Hello Kitty was bought and paid for by my basketball skills.
Poindexter ass,
All right, Michael Jordan.
nerd ass response.
For your information.
Holy shit, dude. Oh, man. Well, between the two of us,
Such a bitch, dude.
You're fight.
Such a bitch.
Between the
bitch,
between the two of us, fuck, shit.
Such a bitch. Dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, I wish your rave was good. Rave
I
was
wish
cool.
my mom was in my life.
Yeah, right. And that I see. That's one I wasn't saying, and that's one we'll bring up on the gentle time.
I don't miss Jamie, but I miss my mom.
Whoa! What the fuck, dude? Hey, hey, just I don't mean
Meantime.
Can we not? I will with you later, please. But for real, just please later. Christ.
I was just thinking
please, dude.
that it's not super fair that everybody else could have a mom.
What? Right now? Wait, why don't you pick your times more? Fuck.
Everybody else could have a mom and not me. I was just thinking that it's not fair that I don't get to have a mom, and it's not even like she died. She's right there.
I'm depressed enough for my own shit that I'll cry about your stuff. Don't.
She's thinking it's not fair. Cam 7. Just in case that's the one I'm using.
It'd be funny if you, for you saying this, switched to a different camera that you colored differently. No, wait, hold on. Maybe don't.
I was just thinking.
You could color that one super cinematic and be a completely different angle. Then they
I
wouldn't
was just
see it
thinking,
coming.
it's not fair that everybody else gets a mom, but I don't get a mom.
In the arms of the angels, far away.
These dogs need your help.
From here,
They have worms.
these arms have angels. They will be.
They bit a bunch of kids, and now they're in
right
here. For just $4 a day, you could save one of these Rottweilers.
Angels.
What are
These
you?
tiny dogs and me. Inside of angels, you can see with me.
You don't know the melody either. You're making the melody up. That's the next level. It's like that's next level. That's going like you're here and everything's clear 'cause it's all that I want and more. Just like making new stuff.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Are you all right?
I'm good.
Okay. I'm worried about you over the last couple days.
For what?
I don't feel like you've been spinning out a little bit.
Spinning out?
Yeah.
In what way?
I just feel like more than usual, you've been hitting me with that you're hyper fixating on something or seemingly
That I'm hyperfixating on something? Okay.
just on anything at all, not something specifically. I'm saying whatever you're getting into is getting
More than normal? I'm getting like what kind of stuff?
like the Not My Weekend songs or the.
You don't think I had the same amount of into the Not My Weekend songs the first batch we got?
No, of course I do.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
I would say so.
yeah, no, that's fair.
I would
guess
say that these are positive traits.
I'm not saying that they're negative traits. I'm just saying it seems like you're doing 4 or 5 at once. I don't want you to overload
Like what?
Overload yourself. The Meantime, new Not My Weekend songs, Soda, the meet work things about the meantime. You know what I mean? All that stuff. I would say.
all the very fun stuff.
Yeah.
For not the people at home.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think that's a positive thing.
Okay.
To be creating, to have a lot of creativity. But I don't think it's super duper fair to characterize my having notes or input on stuff as being some sort of toxic mental health trait that I have.
No, and I'm not saying it's a toxic mental health trait to you or anyone. I just don't want you to
Well, that's just kind of how it comes off. Where if I'm I'd want to either talk about how we're doing the show or like how we can make our stuff funnier, or even like the other day I was like I want to do like the editing together so that we have like proprietary ownership in our mind about the show and stuff. And it feels like your knee jerk, which is like funny. So most of the time I'm just like, oh, ha ha ha. But knee jerk is being like, yeah, well, you work too hard on everything and your standards are way too high for everything. And while I do think that's like a funny trope, that's not like the truth of my. I'm not like holding us to an unrealistic standard or holding myself to an unrealistic standard by having like standards.
I do think that you will like. I do think you will always want things to be better, like perpetually.
I think I will perpetually always want things to be better, but that's only ever propelled me into making better stuff.
And I'm not, and I commend you for it, and I thank you for it.
It's not like a toxic things need to be better thing. Like I play into that joke a lot, where I'm like everybody hates me and nothing I do is good enough. But that is just to make you laugh. That is it.
I just feel like I genuinely do feel like it is like at the cost of like your own discomfort sometimes.
It's my criticism of you that I try to bring up as politely as possible, that it doesn't seem like you have that high of standards for stuff.
Sure.
And I don't think that having standards makes me like a perfectionist, like workaholic guy. It just makes me think that I think that we really can do like a cool thing and it's very achievable, because that's how I've gotten like to do stuff. It's just by having.
I think that you take me liking something that you don't think is good as me having low standards.
I don't think it's that you're liking something that I don't like. It's that like certain things, like certain small comments that you have are like anytime that we get done with an episode, whether or not I think it's funny, I know that no matter what we did, you're going to say, I thought it was fine. It literally doesn't matter how well we did. You're going to say at the end of it, I thought it was fine. Because in your mind, us being funny is probably fine. You know?
Sure.
Like us doing it was probably fine, and I might have unrealistic expectations of us being famous comedians on here and being funny for an hour straight.
Sure.
And in my mind, you being totally fine with whatever we say on here would be the same as like farting into the microphone for an hour. Like if we're not taking care to try to be like, this is the most successful thing that I've done as far as like the amount of momentum that we've gotten on the show.
Yeah, mine too.
And even before it was, I was trying to like be super funny and be active and see how we can like make this the best it could be. And now that it has like legs, I extra want to do that. And it seems like you are still very willing to just be like, we are funny, and like whatever we say in here is going to be an entertaining episode. I mean, and it's a give and take of those two things. Like both of those things are correct.
Okay, but like, what if every time, like for real, that 30 minutes that we just recorded,
which we still have, I didn't delete them.
Like for real, I thought that was great. Like, what if every time I wasn't saying it was fine, but I was like, I literally think it's fantastic. You know what I mean?
I think it'd be different, because I don't think you are saying anything is fantastic or good, and also it's that Rick and Morty quote where he's like, your cheers don't mean anything, or your boos don't mean anything. I've seen what you cheer at.
Right.
Like again, I think that your bar is like on the floor for a lot of stuff. Like, especially for when me and you make stuff, like you are very confident that when me and you do stuff, it's just going to be good. And it feels like the burden of making it good falls on me at that point, where I'm like, if none of us care about it, like if both of us are just going in like, well, we're gonna be great. It doesn't seem like there's either one of us, like there's not a person in the room who's caring to make sure that happens.
There's part of me that feels like the show and anything we do can find itself a little bit, and by like. And not that we shouldn't be working hard or analyzing what we're doing.
Sure.
But it's like if we don't leave a conversation like this in the podcast, we'll never even know if that's an avenue that would entertain people, or that we could bring people in on. It seems like there's less opportunity to find new things that we could like.
If I'm always trying to steer it in a direction that is specifically funny.
And from my perspective, a lot of times, like specifically, an idea that I'm just like not even all the way with you on yet. You know what I mean? And that if I try and get there with you, we just spin in circles like this instead of working together. And it's like brutal, especially like about the Not My Weekend stuff specifically, is because like I think that you're gonna write do a better guitar thing, do a better drum thing, do a better vocal melody thing than me, and I want that, and I'm anxious to bring it to you. So it's like,
But I think that's an unfair position to put me in if I'm constantly asking you to do it with me. It's unfair to like have this like demonized version of me in your head if I'm constantly wanting to collaborate with you on stuff, like vocally and pretty consistently being like, we want to do stuff together, we're doing things together. And then you're like, well, I'm nervous to bring things up to you. I'm like asking you specifically to your face constantly.
but that's the other thing that like I don't really know. Like I don't really know what we do with each other on this, or what we what we do with anybody on this. But like my working relationship with you feels more like a marriage than any like dating or anything I've ever done in my life, because like all of that you're talking about, and like our money and our ability to work and live is like tangentially affected by like things going on in my personal life. You know what I mean? And like
I'm aware of that.
And I can like think back to like all of the times that you're referencing specifically, and I know, including right now, that I was like at my lowest points personally.
And I also think that those are a little unfair to me because you refuse to talk to me about those things. You you absolutely flat out refuse to talk to me about anything going on in your life, even though I'm like constantly asking you to talk to me about the things that are going on in your life because I want to like be there for you for stuff. And so you won't do that. And so you go through stuff and don't tell me, and I don't know. Like we have a hard episode of the show that didn't go as well because of something that I didn't know about that happened on Friday.
Right.
You know, like these things you keep me in the dark about, and then later on you're like, yeah, and I was going through a tough time. I'm like, kind of not fair to be like, I was going through a tough time if you're not going to tell me about the tough time. You know, and that does affect our work because both of us are people who, if they're going through a tough time, are going to make our whole life entire like about it. I don't want to feel. I feel a little bit villainized and demonized because I don't want to feel like when I'm criticizing or bringing up ways that we can improve that I'm like bringing you guys down to do that, or you specifically. I don't want you to feel that I'm bringing you down to do it. I want to feel like we have like a plan and path to get better and go forward.
Yeah.
As opposed to just kind of, it feels like putting out content that we're satisfied with feels like spinning my wheels and doing things that we're both like doing the fucking Chekhov's gun bit.
Yeah.
That is A tier shit. That is stuff that we're like, that's going to make the show better overall because we're trying new stuff and we're always trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And while we can have like low pressure episodes where we don't have to have a Chekhov's gun, we don't have to have guests, we don't have to have a cold open and stuff.
Yeah.
I would always want to challenge us to think about how we can be funny on the podcast.
No, but that I feel like that too is that like I am bringing in things like the Chekhov's box and stuff like that I actively think would make the show better.
Yeah.
And I don't always feel like credited for the moments where I do those things, but like I'm also like I'm not even giving myself the same kind of credit for like improving the show like that.
Yeah.
Like I just think like this is a really good idea, this will make it better. And then like that's sort of the end all be all of my brain processing a good idea, a good improvement. Like I can see that my TikToks, my shorts over the course of the past 6 years of my life have gotten like night and day better.
Yeah, way better.
But like it's not like my brain or the way I process things ever was like painting a through path to improvement. It was just like oh, this is an idea, and then this is a better idea than the last idea, and like once I think about it, do it, and post it, like my brain doesn't contextualize things in the same way that I think yours does.
I was talking to Hunter about this today. Me and Hunter hung out, and I was saying that the difference in the way that we've been successful has been quantity and quality. That the way that the thing that has gotten me to a point where I feel successful is that I spend a long fucking time trying to make everything I do super duper quality.
Yeah.
And that it seems like you've put out the most stuff over the same amount of time, and that your quantity has been the thing. Like I can put out 90 things in the span of the time that one person could do like one video.
Yeah.
And that's the reason that we've gotten to the same level, doing like the same like numbers on a ton of different things from two very different things.
Yeah.
So like I don't think we're going to reconcile doing those things because it would be wrong of me to go, you need to start doing things quality mindset, and it would be wrong of you to be like, you need to start doing things quantity mindset.
Yeah.
But we should be trying to take the best of those things, and that only happens from talking about the show.
Yeah. No, and
I want to talk. I want to be able to openly talk about the show, and I want to be able to openly talk about the Not My Weekend stuff.
No, and I feel that
improvement.
I feel that way also. It just, I guess sometimes maybe what it is that sometimes I feel like I'm trying to do that, and you don't clock that I am, and then it doesn't happen. You know, or like you think I'm saying like a small thing in passing, when in fact, so like you made this point just a few minutes ago that like it always comes to this thing where like hey, I need to talk to you or whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like that's one of, if not the only way that I can make you realize that I'm actually trying to. That is what I'm doing.
You can't just be like, I wanted to talk to you about this thing.
I guess like I'm not even prefacing. I just start talking about the thing. And then we don't really do it.
I do feel like we have a lot of small conversations that you bring up that I feel like are squashed the minute that we discuss them.
Right.
Like you come up, you'll say something, and I'll be like, oh, this and this, and you'll go this and this, and I'll go this and this, and you'll be like, yeah, and then we'll be done. Like it doesn't feel like we haven't like made progress on those conversations. Okay. And then like maybe you'll come back with a big thing where it's like a kind of like maybe like an end of the world type statement, and that I'm like, oh shit, this is like a bigger thing that I'm aware of.
Yeah, well,
and especially like if we're both doing this thing that I think is unhealthy for us to do, that we both for sure do, where we characterize the other person as a flaw that they have, then we're not going to make any progress doing anything that we're doing. If I'm like a workaholic perfectionist, then none of my commentary matters. You know, like if I'm going like, oh, that could have been funnier, and you're going, well, of course you think that, then that's not helping anybody.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know.
Yeah, well,
and vice versa. Yeah, obviously,
and vice versa. Like that, I definitely feel that way about about my bar being on the floor type feeling.
I feel like that's. I think there's a little bit of truth to both of those things.
Fair.
Like I think that you should want more stuff to be fucking dope because you're capable of doing dope stuff.
Right.
And that's something that like now that we're doing stuff together constantly, it feels like I don't want to always be like. So often when I come to you with stuff, I feel like I've already come down halfway, and it feels like when I'm approaching you, you want me to meet me halfway again.
From there,
you know.
I guess I just feel, I agree with you there. I don't want either of us to. I haven't been talking on the mic this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the episode.
Yeah. That's kind of my point. Is that like I wouldn't mind that at all. Like, first of all, I think the whole thing is like deeply interesting.
I think it's interesting, but we're not gonna. This isn't going to be a successful thing.
What if it is? What if like on the YouTube counter, it has like marginally more than like, sure, like not huge TikTok clips, but like the amount of like a consistent fan base of people that want to come back because like, oh my God, like I know these guys that have opened up on this level, and like clearly there's so much behind the scenes to this fucking thing that I love. I love shit like that. The main shit that I subscribe to, like the shows that I click on and link, and like I know when they're coming out, is more stuff like this as opposed to the TikTok pages that have good clips that I follow.
Sure.
And I think we for sure have the potential to be both of those things. You know what I mean? Like I think that, and my favorite shows, movies, anything in the goddamn world totally do both at the same time. And I do think a large majority of our show thus far is completely wall-to-wall hilarity. Not that I don't fucking love that too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But like anytime something that I think is hilarious, like really fucking like stops me in my tracks for a second, I hit subscribe.
Well, shit.
Wait,
Welcome back to the meantime on idobi Radio.
Have you ever watched any video essays or anything like that where it's like it's the same exact science as laugh tracks in sitcoms? It's like that breath that you're describing, and like why it works in vlogs and why it works in TikTok clips, and a lot of our show for sure, is like that the pacing and the laughter of other people like helps you as an audience member know when to laugh,
when to laugh
and why to laugh, and that like all the sitcoms like on Disney Channel and stuff that literally had no studio audience, like truly are writing stuff that's low key not a joke,
not very funny,
cutting to a pacing clip of a character not talking that didn't exist in the performance because it would be unrealistic to expect kids to to pause to like fuck up their own script.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To wait for laughter to die down and then come back in.
And then you brainwash people. Not brainwash, but you put out something that it's
not brainwash.
It's not a it's not funny in the way that Superbad's funny.
Right.
It's funny, and I think that we're sort of in between those two things.
You think we're in between the Disney Channel and Superbad?
Yes. And also, I think we're in between good and evil. And also, I think that we're in between heaven and hell.
And I think we're in between gay and straight.
So, somewhere in there, we lie.
I don't like where I'm lying on the straight and gay scale. We recently got some fan art that was so cool.
Really
you
good.
want to know how cool it was? It's right here.
Wait, and that's the breath you're talking about.
Wait. It's right there. Hey, cool. I'm going to put it there.
Yeah.
It was done by an artist. Let's find the artist so we can credit said artist.
Sure. You posted them. You tagged them. That's 2 pictures on the Meantime Instagram, by the way. About 45 videos, 2 pictures.
This was by Ellie Bonifant. Bonifant.
I was reading it like I was thinking like you hadn't checked the username yet. So we were about to be like, this is so amazing. It's by neo-Nazi 67. Actually, it's by
Banksy. I don't know why I didn't clock that.
Banksy's verified.
Oh,
I
shit.
feel like that kind of
Banksy's
goes
not verified?
Either way, it kind of goes against his thing.
Thank you, Ellie, for the fan art. We absolutely loved it, and it gave us such a good idea. And by us, I mean me.
Yeah.
I think we want to do some merch. I think it might be merch time.
We should have done Octung merch.
We should have done Octung
it's
merch.
all right. Well, we still could. I guess.
We're gonna still. I definitely want to turn that image into a T-shirt. I'll talk to.
It's a USA joke. It could be a flag.
It could be anything. Honestly, we just want to talk to the creator and make sure it's cool to make some merch out of it.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to put the call out to anyone who wanted to make Octung merch. If you have a design,
Octung specifically?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a design in mind, it's just the one that everyone's the most familiar
No,
with,
yeah,
Or
certainly.
maybe milking Michael Jackson, whatever your favorite Meantime clip
bit
is. Like, I want to put the call out. If you are someone who does art and you're a fan of the show, I want to see the art, and maybe we could talk about throwing it on some merch, like an Octung coffee mug, like a milking Michael Jackson water bottle holder. That you could just, they make water bottle. Did I just invent the water bottle holder?
Like a koozie?
Yep.
I don't.
Why did I make a new item up instead of just thinking of a merch item?
I'm picturing a water bottle like inside an additional water bottle. Like you put a water bottle. What do they call those cup? A Stanley cup? You put a water bottle in a Stanley cup.
When I was on Shrooms,
I don't even. What are you picturing? A koozie?
I don't know what I was picturing. I just said water bottle. When I was on Shrooms, I couldn't think of. I was making a Minecraft world because everything else was freaking me out.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm gonna make a castle, and the first thing I'm gonna make is a ship checkpoint for when they get into the castle. And I'm making this thing, and I went, Reese, does this look right? He's like, what are you making? I was like, ship checkpoint. Is that real? Did I just make up ship checkpoint?
Like a port?
Not even a port. It'd be going into the port. It was like a river mouth that had 2 like large stands that goes up just to check in.
Like where you
you would check your papers and your cargo and stuff. Does that sound real?
I think so. Like where like the entrance into
that would just be the port though. There wouldn't be a separate structure.
That's what I'm thinking. Is that it would just be the port?
I was like, oh, and this is the ship checkpoint. Ship check water bottle holder.
I'm picturing the entrance to the river Styx.
It's not like that.
Okay.
It's not like that.
Well, then I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Does it have a handle?
I don't know. No, I think it was like a koozie.
Now you've got to design a water bottle holder.
It was a koozie in the shape of like a Nestle water bottle.
All right, we'll tell them that we'll shout them out.
Oh,
and
of course.
That maybe,
Anybody who throws some fan art our way, we're gonna shout you out. We'll throw you up on. Maybe we'll do next week's episode. We'll go through some of the submissions that we've gotten next week, maybe the next week after, so we can give some people some time to create the art and everything. But if you make something for us, we'll shout it out. DM it to us. We read all of the DMs, including those ones. We see
You
it
know
all.
who you are.
You know who you are.
It's in our hidden folder. It says that we haven't read it. We have.
It's screenshotted, and my dad has read it. All right.
That one was crazy.
The one was insane. I'll tell you. Someone was like,
No,
"Hey,
no.
do you guys both want to fuck me?"
Oh man, I can't believe
Hey!
I can't believe she's here next week too. That was crazy. I mean,
Hey, cool it. We saw it.
the initial message was nuts. Our response, where we were just like, yeah.
That three-way FaceTime was intense.
especially because she was by herself and we were in,
we
the,
were in the
same
same
room on our
room.
FaceTime, and she was like, "Why are you guys doing all that?"
It was like woo, 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 over the mic because we were getting some feedback on
and
our
she
end.
was like, "I kind of thought you guys wanted to talk to me," and then we
kept Tweedledeeing and Tweedledumbing on her. It was like, I did want to talk to you about it. We did want to high five while we.
What are you imagining? I think we might be imagining two different things.
I was imagining. Well, I don't even. I guess I don't want to say.
I'll say mine. What
Go
are
ahead.
you imagining?
No, you go say yours.
I'm imagining that we got on FaceTime with this person
Yeah.
as a funny way of setting up a devil's threesome.
Okay.
But then she's just on FaceTime confused why we're fucking each other and not talking to her.
No, that's what I was doing. Yeah, that's what
All
I
right,
was doing.
just making sure.
Just making sure. All right, cool. We're on the same page now. Awesome. Up top.
It feels gross.
Feels
in the
gross to
in the
touch you now.
In the also,
Don't
just
fucking touch me,
just
dude.
in the context of what we're talking about.
I'm like, oh, that's what it would
That's
feel
what.
like.
That's what.
Why is it so sweaty? Stop.
Oh,
Are
God.
you nervous?
Oh man. I mean, I still will, obviously, but
So yeah, if you have art, send it our way.
this is a wholesome thing about asking for fan art.
Oh yeah, if you ask for fan art, if you had, we really like that Us Surf Awesome image. So
Oh, poor Ellie. I called her a neo-Nazi and then made it about
about
us fucking
fucking?
each other. She was like, "Oh, these guys are so funny. I'll make a fun art."
yep, yep.
I'm sorry, Ellie.
It's all right.
I didn't mean
Ellie's 25. You know they can figure it out.
Yeah, but they're
She can figure it out. Pronouns in the profile is such a good move.
Thank you for
Thank you
that
for
as
that.
well. That person that made that poor thing art of you
Yeah.
DM'd me before we went to dinner.
Really?
And I didn't tell you about it at dinner.
Really?
And and they said,
said, "I'm sorry for your burden. It's the least I could do."
here's why it's so funny. I didn't know that it was the person that had drawn this art of you. Mm-hmm. It was in my general folder, like
Yep.
just straight up a notification.
Sure.
With a period, it said, "You're next."
Oh boy.
Which is so funny. I was fully expecting to open a picture message of your dead body. Oh, someone got Jared.
Yeah.
Fuck. Or
He cried and farted when he died. You're next.
Jeez. No, please don't. And then I saw that it was the person that drew the picture.
The
You know,
very
I was
cool
like,
picture.
Oh, well,
I was
that'll
very
be
excited.
nice.
It's cool.
What a
What a treat.
What a spooky way to tell someone you're going to do something nice for them.
Yeah.
What a fully spooky way.
Do you think we're gonna get DMs now that are like, "You're next" with the fan art? Hopefully.
I wonder
If our fans have any sense of humor, that's how they're gonna come at us.
I'm a little concerned, especially if our fans have a sense of humor. I'm concerned that we're going to get messages saying, "I didn't realize I could tell you I wanted you both to fuck me." I didn't know that was a thing I was allowed to do.
Wait, people have beat me to the punch on that one. Shit. Also, hey, listen, I got a gripe. If you're gonna comment that maybe you think that either one of us are cute, maybe don't put "unfortunately" at the start of your sentence.
Yeah,
Right?
word.
Unfortunately, he's my type.
There's
hey,
a lot
just
of
be
those.
nice.
there's
You know?
Yeah, it's super weird.
Oh no,
Are you-
he's cute.
Crazy, you're negging us in the comments.
Stop nagging me, please.
I love how you just wear anything. You know what's crazy about the way that you guys are hot is I shouldn't think that. The fuck?
I fear that this is my type. Whoa! Actually, that's on you.
I love your smile. It's like you didn't even want braces. So, in the middle of a burp.
Threw up in my mouth a little bit on that.
I love your glasses. Who needs contacts? Just trying to think. What are other good? That's what negging is, right?
Yeah, you just wear anything. You're so brave.
I gaslight myself about negging.
Yeah.
Is that even what negging is?
Yeah.
No, that's all the negging jokes
All
I
right.
have.
No more of them. I could neg you pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's negging is where you say something negative.
See, I was confused. It's where
I was talking about shoving something in your ass.
Oh.
And that's the highbrow comedy. That's the smart, intelligent comedy you've come to expect from the meantime.
We were swimming yesterday, and this guy's like, Lauren, can I use your bathroom? I gotta pee. And our friend Natalie was like, it's not called the ool. I fell out, bro.
I guess there is pee in pool.
No one else. I was like, oh, the best joke I've heard this week.
That's the best jerk. Wow. It's the best jerk I've hoed. All right.
It's not called the ool.
It's not called the ool.
Next time I'm peeing next to somebody in a pool.
Yeah.
Are you pissing on me right now? It's not called the ool.
Get away from me.
Have you seen that?
It's disgusting.
I know you don't like when I do this, but have you seen that TikTok where it's the couple and the girl's like, "Did you pee in here?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then she puts her head in the water and goes like Jar Jar Binks's mayor, governor.
Oh, boss Nass? Decent.
Have you seen that? Fuck, I'm sorry. Okay, good.
I know, you got to stop referencing pop culture things.
I know.
Maybe we make our own pop culture things. Now people are going, have you seen the guys who say Achtung? And by guys, I mean I'm the one who said it. It's me who said it. What if I got real?
You got real. I was the funny part
I was
of
the
that
funny
video.
one? Yeah. What if I did that about all of our most popular videos?
Are you not?
It's all of them.
I did the Star Wars one.
Yeah, it was super funny.
Dude.
Oh, sorry, the regular time. Fuck you,
Fuck,
dude.
damn it. I
Hey, when me and Pat get home,
I didn't know.
When me and Pat get home to do the edit, we go back to my house. Pat sometimes goes like, "You were really mean to me on the podcast today." I'm like,
know.
"That's the shit."
I was just about to say.
That's the show.
I was just about to say I would never. It's like, on the one hand, I deeply regret the name. On the other hand, it gives me a sense of peace about a dynamic that I knew would have been present regardless of what we called it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I brought the idea to him. I went, "What if it's called the meantime? Because it's everything we do in the meantime,
Yeah.
and it's a time where we would be mean to each other." And
yeah.
Pat went, "Fuck yeah!" And then we do the episode. He's like, "My mom said you have to be nice to me."
Yeah, I know. Well, and that's. See, that was that Poindexter bit you did earlier that I thought was really funny. That's what I'm saying.
Actually, I wish it was called the normal time.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't feel that way about anyone. That I
Anyone-
like them so much that when they do something shitty, that I can't say that they
We
did
all
something
stopped
shitty.
listening to Kanye,
Yeah, we did.
and. In the night, I hear him talk. Coldest story ever told. What'd you say? 'Cause I went far along this road. I lost his soul. You said we stopped listening. The woman so heartless. How could you be so heartless?
How could you be so Dr. Evo? You're bringing out a side of me that I don't know. Oh, you can't beatbox either, huh?
It was a swing beat. It was a swing beat.
It was a swing beat. No, you just didn't hear. You weren't on because it was a swing.
You weren't
I
on.
was in the pocket and you didn't hear
Like,
it.
it's
You
like-
thought I was bad. I was just a swing beat you didn't recognize.
It's a 5/4 thing.
Apichi. That's what it sounded like.
But that wouldn't.
All right, now catch up to my campaign. Coupe the color of mayonnaise. I'm drunk and high at the same time, drinking champagne on an airplane. That's 2 Chainz.
I think leave it. I think let it play. See what they think. Let's find out.
We're gonna find out quick.
See what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
See what-
Jared's got a new impression. I wonder what it is. Oh no! Damn it!
Jared's doing
Shit!
Jared's got a new impression. Oh, it's Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. No, God, no.
I can call up some of them greens. I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. You're the dude who don't know what dude he is.
I didn't think you had it.
Of course I did.
Why would I? What a fool.
Of course I have it.
Quick, do Jack Black and King Kong.
I guess at the end, 'twas beauty killed the beast.
What a fucked episode of this show. What an absolutely fucked episode of the
Banger.
Meantime. If you've listened to this episode and everything that I don't know what the fuck we put in
I
it.
actually don't know what made it.
I hope you're like, oh my, I'm subscribing. Because what the actual
Did we say
fuck?
Hitatsumi Giant?
What
I don't
the
know if we
actual-
did. The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time.
Is it the old guy, Herbert?
One with the collar, turtleneck. That's the kind. That is Striped Sweater by SpongeBob SquarePants, you fuck.
Yeah.
You fuck face.
No, I'm pretty uncultured, I guess.
Oh my God.
Interesting.
Is that Herbert?
My bad.
No, he talks like this.
Yeah. I guess you never.
fat space ass back.
I guess before this show, you never had a vehicle for the impressions.
Other than just me doing them all the time.
Yeah, well, I would, but that's more like us just being out places, as opposed to not. It's not. This is more of like a Dragula for impressions.
Dragula?
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula.
I do it to myself. It's my own. I have no one to blame but me.
Dragula, you say?
Dragula, you say?
Dragula, you say? Yeah, honestly, Dragula me once, shame on you.
I know. That is the second time we brought it up.
Dragula me
ep.
twice, still shame
on
you.
you.
Dragula me twice, I never get Dragula again.
Thanks for
tuning in.
What an episode
know.
10.
Yeah,
what
I
an
don't know.
insane double-digit
Way to
episode.
bring it into the double dig.
Thanks
Thanks for watching the final episode.
Sincerely, thanks for listening and supporting us.
Yeah.
I did say we'd get to 10.
For real, if you guys want to throw in some art submissions, some fan art
Yeah,
submissions,
that we
I'd
were-
be so stoked on that. We want to see, and we love all the art that we've been seeing, and we want to continue sharing that with everybody. So
Yeah.
please send them in if you got them.
Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify Podcasts. Comment on our YouTube videos. Tell our bosses what a great job we're doing. Listen to my band, Not My Weekend. Listen to Jared's band, Rat Park. And
tune in Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I got that one right that
Nice.
time. For the meantime, thank you guys.
love you. Bye.
Bye. Oh, this is going to be a bitch. It's going to suck ass.
Can you leave that in?